So again, I felt like I said, we were in a struggle stage. There was a lot of anxiety. The environment was a little tense. There was no one there to move us along into the next phase of working in a group. Um, like I said, I played the role of a group member, just trying to contribute valuable information. And yes, this was a choice. I definitely felt free to communicate. I can honestly say I have a pretty good group of people. Everyone gave each other the opportunity to speak when they wanted to speak. Everyone was quiet. Everyone listened. Um, and again, nobody tried to dominate or take too much control of what was going on. In the same sense, when talking about how I felt about the meeting, while I felt the meeting was good, I just felt like we could have used that leader to say, okay, here's the three scenarios that were contributed. Um, let's vote, or let's do rock, paper, scissors, shoot, or hey, let's just choose this one, because we all agreed that everyone's contribution was a good one. Likewise, with the methods we were going to use in our projects, such as nonviolent communication, talking paper, and things like that. Um, what would I change about the meeting? I wouldn't say, I don't think I would necessarily change anything. Um, we all contributed fairly. When someone didn't understand, someone else chimed in like, hey, this is what she's trying to say, or got a little confused with the instructions of the assignments. It was just like, hey, this is what she meant. And this is what we're going to do in the project. My feelings about the session. Um, Again, the group did good, but I didn't feel that we made progress. Like, again, I feel like we threw ideas there and we all sat there like in anxiety, and everyone was timid to take the lead and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. So it was like we were going to have to revisit the ideas all over again in the next meeting, before we moved forward. And we also went back and forth about which things we wanted, which forms of communication we wanted to use, such as non-violent communication. Everyone had their own ideas about that, and they shared their views on it, and I appreciated it because it made each one of us understand each other more. The differences and similarities about the group. So the things I've noticed, like, because we contributed ideas from our personal background, a lot of us come from different backgrounds. Like, some people work in child welfare. I work with adults who are chronically homeless, who have mental illnesses, and struggle with substance abuse. So everyone had different scenarios. But for the most part, everyone had an experience. Everyone was able to contribute. So I feel like that's where we are with differences and similarities, coming from different backgrounds, but having similar experiences within the field process of others. I pretty much feel like everybody felt like me, like, what's next? Who's going to say what we're doing, or who's going to choose what, or like who's going to lead the group into the next phase. So that's my reflection on a small group. So now we're going to do my reflection on a reading. I read Siegel on Hartzell, chapter 4, how we communicate and making connections. So this chapter was about contingent communication, active listening, interpersonal contingency, receiving communication, processing it, and responding, and being aware of the process and the content of connection. So it discussed many things, such as being present, um